Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to quickly crop or trim a video for free using the Clipchamp video editor that comes with Windows. So you should have Clipchamp already installed, and if not, you can go to the Microsoft Store. Do a search for Clipchamp. Make sure you do Microsoft Clipchamp and then install it from there. And if you do have it installed, it should be on your Start menu here or in your All Applications here. So all you need to do is open it up. There is a web version of Clipchamp that you could also use, but it's not as good as the app. It tends to be a little slower as well. And even the Clipchamp app could be slow at times too, depending on your computer. All right, so once you're on the main screen here, you could click on Create a New Video. You don't want to use the AI option. Or you could scroll down here and click on Create Your First Video. All right, so now you need to import your video file. So you could click here to browse your files, or even import it from one of these online services. Or you could even drag and drop if you have it handy like that. All right, so once you have your media loaded here, you need to drag it into the timeline here, like so. Let's make this full screen here. Then you can also zoom in and out of the timeline if you want to get a little closer and make it fit the screen if you want to do that as well. Okay, so now all you need to do is drag the slider to where you want. So let's say you wanted to cut off the end of it here. You just put the slider here and click on the cut button. And now this is separate. You can move it out of the way. You can right click on it and delete it. So let's say you wanted the ending gone and you want to take a chunk out of the middle. Let's say this part here. Of course, you could click on play, find the part you want, click on pause there, and then cut here, and then play again. All right, let's say we wanted to pause here, cut this part out. Now you have this middle section here where you could right click delete or just select it with your mouse and press the delete key on your keyboard. All right, so now you have this space here. And if you don't have the trash can, you might have to widen it here so it makes the trash can icon to delete the gap. So I'm recording at a lower resolution, so it makes it look a little strange here. All right, so now we have these two sections here, and you'll notice too, when you hover your mouse between the two sections we just cropped here, there's an Add Transition button. If you click on that, the cursor over here, it'll put its own transition. We can delete the transition. If you want to do a custom transition, you can just go to the transition menu here and pick something. Let's say we want blinds. Then just drag it to the plus here. Then you have your own custom transition here. So the computer I'm doing this on is kind of choppy here, so that's why it's a little rough looking. All right, so once you have everything the way you like it, you could even put fade outs or fade ins at the beginning and ending if you want to look into how to do that. All you need to do is click on export, pick your quality here. This isn't a 4K video, so that's not going to help me here, but if I want to do 1080, I can click that. You don't have to save it to OneDrive. By default, it's going to want to save it to your OneDrive account, but if you just ignore this, it'll be fine. And then just wait for this to finish, and then we'll be able to download it. So it's a little confusing here how it doesn't tell you that it's downloading it. It doesn't tell you where it's downloading it to until it's done here, so that might be a little confusing. And then if you want to save your video project to edit later, you can give it a name, and then it'll be within your Clipchamp app where you could actually go ahead and edit it some more later. All right, so I'm going to pause the video here and let this finish exporting, then I'll show you how to find it. All right, then when the video is done, it'll automatically put it in your downloads folder. And you also have this option here to save to your computer, and it just calls it untitled video. So you could open the folder, rename it what you want, move it somewhere else if you like, or we could just click on open file from here. It's playing here, see if we can find our little transition that we made. I think it's coming up right after this. Oh, there it goes. And of course, you could go back to your project and you could change the transition if you like to, or even change how long it plays for if you want to have a longer transition. And that's about all there is to it. So the only downside to Clipchamp is it does take a little while for it to export your video. So this was a short video, a minute and a half, and it probably took at least 5 minutes or so to export. So if you have a long video, expect it to take a little bit of time. All right, so once again, just add your video file to your media, drag it into the timeline, put the timeline bar here where you like, click on the scissors to cut. You could crop off stuff at the beginning, stuff at the end, stuff in the middle, and then you could just delete the parts you don't want, add a transition in between clips. You can't add transitions, if it's not cut, if there's no difference or break, you can only add it once you cut the video here, and you could get to the transitions from here. All right, so it's not the best option, but it is a pretty good option. And by the way, the Windows Photos app will do this as well. It's not as advanced, with adding transitions and that type of thing, but it is a bit quicker. So we did a video on that, so I'll put that in the description as well if you want to check that out. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.